Hey guys, we're going to talk about the push press now. This is an overhead lift. I like the push press just because you get some momentum involved, which kind of saves your rotator cuff muscles if you're doing the lift correctly. But there's variations of this exercise that you could do for your specific program. So I'm going to cover this push press. If you have a variation, we'll talk about it in person rather than over video like this. But let's just cover the push press. So you're going to grip about shoulder width apart. And this is a heavier bar. You could always go with dumbbells, lighter weights. They make thinner bars than this as well. See what your gym has available. And you want to have the bar almost touching your shoulders. Now, the unique thing about the push press is you use your legs a little bit. You do a little quarter squat essentially, and when you come up, you're going to push the bar up. Now, before you push up, make sure that when you push up at the top of the motion that you're fully raising that shoulder blade like we discussed in the rule of the hand. So make sure that your shoulders are coming all the way up on both sides as high as you can. If you stop short, that's when you tend to overstress the rotator cuff muscles, and that can set you up for an injury or make a current one worse if you've already gotten that. So just pay attention to my shoulder blades as they're coming up. What I look for as a therapist is the gap between somebody's shoulder and somebody's head. So there should be little to none, as little as possible, because some people's build, just as close as they can get, they still have a gap, but just make sure you're going as much as you can. So it looks kind of like this. That's not supposed to happen. So for just a moment, it's not even a full second, just make sure that you're at the top of the motion. You push those shoulders, use your shrugging muscles as hard as you can. Now, your neck is very important in this. A lot of people tend to jut that chin out, and that's not healthy for the neck. So if you notice, I'm going to do it again here for you, but if you notice I keep my chin tucked down, that gives me a lot of stability on the front and makes my shoulder shrugging muscles work even harder, which is using good form. So watch the neck this time. This is how to do it wrong. Tuck the chin down. And because you are using your legs, just like in the squat and the deadlift and really any other leg exercise, whenever you're coming up, you want to squeeze from your glutes as well.